Hello, Maria here with Fourth Dimension. Thanks for joining me. If you're brand new, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. We really appreciate your subscription. It helps us grow and develop our footprint and reach a few more viewers. If you are brand new here and you like the content, please take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button, follow for more, and that way you're notified when I upload new material. So here we go. This is for Cancer. First card out. Counseling. Love it. Somebody's going through counseling, going through some inner work. Love it. Moving on. Somebody's trying to release and move on from a drama queen. Somebody, it feels very much like somebody who's in a center spotlight. Maybe she's in dance or some form of fashion. Somebody's trying to release this. They could live near the water. Also feels, because there's a surfer on here, the moving on, feels like somebody's releasing somebody at a distance, but there's a lot of emotion in this. Next card, crisis. Somebody's rushing in, it feels, because of this release, maybe? What's this crisis about? It also feels like rock bottom. Somebody, this drama queen is all about the money too. You can see the money hanging up in somebody's like money hungry. I'm sorry for the reflection on there. There you go. But you can kind of get an idea. Somebody's in the smack middle of trying to move on due to counseling, due to finding what they want. I have rock bottom and longing. Somebody and friends. Somebody's maybe, there's so many downloads right now, so I apologize. You might be releasing somebody who you felt was a drama queen. I also believe, yes, you're correct. But more importantly, this person really relied on you to be their rock. Now they're hitting rock bottom. They are. Whether you knew it or not, it's very energetic and they're longing for you. This is the energy. Current space. Friends. You might be relying on friends. They might be relying on friends. I feel like there's a bit of a backstabbing. Feels very, I hate the word narcissistic behavior, but it feels very one-sided, very self-centered, and somebody was maybe talking smack about you to somebody else. I don't know. Tell me more. Tell me about Cancer. What's going on with Cancer? I have the Four of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. You were placed in a situation that you had to feel guarded and protect your energy. I also feel you're saving money. You're really focused and maybe, I mean like really tight on the spending. It's about security. This person, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say this to you, but I feel like somebody was stealing from you or taking from you, or somebody was lying to you about something that is due you. It was in your name. I keep seeing it's in your name and you didn't get it. You weren't even aware you were supposed to get it. Ten of Pentacles right there. What's hiding behind that? With the Knight of Pentacles, this is a long-standing relationship, Justice in the reverse, where I feel something was being held back. Your future, your fortune was being held back. I've known what it like. I'm sorry. It's hard to get downloads and talk at the same time. I know what it's like to live check to check, or worse yet, no money coming in at all. And it's very similar to this feeling. It's very much tight, restricted. It also feels like you might have not even known about this Wheel of Fortune coming in, but somehow somebody told you. I feel a feminine female investigator, an aunt. Somebody is investigating. It's almost like taxes. Somebody's investigating. Let's just say you had an inheritance coming that you didn't even know was coming, but because it's like you're being notified. I'm just going to, because I'm reading for collective folks here, but you're being notified that maybe something that was due you was held from you, unbeknownst to you. You didn't even know that this money was coming in, or this inheritance. It feels like it might be connected to an inheritance. It could be a house of somebody you don't even know, some like long obscure family member, but it's abundance. It's abundance coming in. Justice in the reverse is lack of accountability and unfairness. So somebody held back this money and they've been doing it for a while. So I feel like somehow you're getting notified by a document in the mail, or it feels like a document in the mail or an email, follow-up email. Somebody's trying to hide it from you. Queen of Swords in the reverse. So this is somebody who's maybe overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy, cold-hearted, cruel, and bitter. So I feel like you might be detaching from somebody who was trying to hold on to you too tight. I don't know if these two things are related, but it feels very much like a tripod, like these things are related. Tell me more. Tell me about this drama queen. Cancer. Drama queen. 7 of Pentacles to the Devil. Yes! This is you looking back, I feel. I'm going to just keep it real. It feels very much like a Capricorn because that's a card. Can't show you the devil because there's cartoons on there that are unclothed, but you get the idea. So Cancer, I feel like you're looking at the 7 of Pentacles. You're saying, hey, wait a minute. I've done the most of the buildup of this abundance. I have made my own empire. This codependent relationship, I can't see the benefit of staying with somebody that doesn't match my energy. This is somebody who's needy or expects me to carry the weight of the financial weight, but also the emotional, to be there for them, where they're in and out, wishy-washy, hot and cold, breadcrumbing kind of vibe. Feels very much unrequited. So tell me about this crisis. I feel like you've already separated from this or you're in the process of separating. Ooh, I just saw a Page of Cups. Here it is. Oh, yeah. Page of Cups under the crisis. So somebody's going through a financial crisis, an emotional crisis, feels very much imbalanced. And this person is, I feel like, going to come forward and try to create a new opportunity with you. I'm very cautious with what I say. You might work with this person or they may want to work with you or create a new project. You have 2 decisions to make. You have somebody you're talking to, somebody from the past or somebody you want to connect with from the past, and somebody that is like hunting you down. You also might be getting new energy coming in, flowing in. Queen of Cups to the Knight of Swords. So yeah, this person could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio. Any of the water signs. Feels heavier on the Pisces than any of them. Also the Scorpio. But they might be rushing in. Moon, hidden secrets, didn't tell you how they felt. And they are maybe coming at you emotionally and schmexually only to try to also get you to help them with their situation. If not you, if this isn't you that's dealing with this, then it may be your person is experiencing this. It seems to be a barrier in your getting back together. This person's going to stand on all 10 toes and not. And it is a Pisces, so that's validation. Thank you, Spirit. Pisces card, 8 of Cups. Walked away, walking away. This person partied too much, and I feel like you're beyond that. You put that down, and you're not looking for a celebration. You're looking for something a little bit deeper, and you're sitting in counseling, evaluating what makes you happy. And why do you keep going through relationships of people that, quote, abandon you? You might be dealing with some father wounds. You might be dealing with abandonment issues. It's a Chariot in the reverse. It was delayed. Your actions are delayed, and it's self-discipline. So you're going through self-discipline. You're, it's like if you didn't have any direction or control, I feel like you might be sitting in a space now of evaluating that, where you might have felt powerless, and now somebody's coming in and offering you a new beginning. You're getting several of these in the months ahead. Not even kidding. So I feel like you might even have 2 of these right now. You might have it in relationships and you might have it in work, but your abundance is here. Thank you for that validation. Your abundance is coming in. So you're manifesting this, and it feels like new opportunities, knowing your worth, standing in your boundaries, standing in your power, speaking your truth. New opportunities are coming in. It's a new venture. It might be across the world. It feels like a move is required, and it's a venture, a new venture. You're coming out of a place of strife. You're trying to avoid conflict. Awesome. And you're respecting, we can agree to disagree is kind of like a new mantra. We can agree to disagree. I don't necessarily agree with that statement. You're at least voicing this. But there's a lot of diversity, conflict. You're respecting each other's differences, but you're definitely avoiding conflict at all costs. You're putting like nothing is messing with your peace. Hello. And you're making choices, very difficult ones. You might have made some bad ones in the past, and you may not know what is serving you going forward. But right now, these are where you're at. You're looking at new opportunities, self-love from the divine, healing the inner stuff, working on the past, working on what makes you happy. This also might be the person coming in promising you the world, the stars, and the moon. Death to the rebirth. You're going through a transformation. Cancer, this is one of the most pivotal reset buttons you are having in all of 2025. You had in the past or current, depending on who I'm reading for, you might be going through questioning your faith, right? A new change of ideas. If you are resonating this with a feeling of despair, discouragement, insecurity, lack of self-trust, lack of trust in general, disconnected from the world. This might be your reading, because I feel like this is for somebody who has been through it, and you're just trying to explore what does self-love look like? What does boundaries look like? What is it that I want? And I feel like whoever you're working or just got your tail handed to you by this last relationship because you were the overgiver and you recognize that, and it feels very unrequited, like you were the Sherpa for this person, you were the mule for this person, and it was completely unrequited. They took advantage of you, your kindness, took it for weakness. They were non-committal. They played you. Death. You put a death to it. And it is a rebirth and a transformation, but you're working on inner child stuff. You're working on addiction. You're checking out your destructive behavior that sabotaged, if not you, then your person. Okay. It's a very much, I'm recognizing that I'm putting and tying my yoke. I'm putting a yoke on somebody else to make me happy. And I'm saying you're coming to the awakening. Where is it? I just saw it. This was what it said to me. That self-love, you're going to bring all your own damn cups yourself. You are the provider of all your happiness. You will always find love. Love will always find you. Look at you. Look at you. Go look in the mirror. We'll pause the video just for you. Tell me when you're done. Okay, so you are experiencing true understanding of self-worth. Not just this. This is temporal, right? It's here and then gone. We all age. Some of us a little better than others. My mom was cute. But this is like restoration. This is taking the old and making it new again. This is a complete rebirth. So somebody who you were as a child, you're going back into saying, what did make me happy? So you might be dancing, you might be painting, you might be drawing, you might be writing poetry, you might be writing music. I hear a lot of you are songwriters, or you're trying to get back into something that made you very happy. You're coming into a giving and receiving. So we started the reading at a 4 of Pentacles, and by the end of the month, I feel like you're going to be more at a 6 of Pentacles, more giving. Sharing a wealth. You're going to get some gifts, abundance. You're going to get love. I think love will always find you, so you don't have to feel like you need to chase. Yeah, you're sitting in the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. You're sitting in the Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing, kind, practical, sensitive, pre-empress. You're waiting and discerning. I'm saying vetting anybody that looks or smells or acts like an emperor. It's the proof test. If you're the emperor, you're doing the same to the Queen of Pentacles. You're making sure it's not just about the security. Do they have cash? Do they match me? Are they just trying to take my wealth? That might be the case, but I don't think that's one of the 10 boxes you have to check. You're learning to speak up for yourself. You're also learning self-love. You're working the lion within the strength card, the lion, right? So the lion is good. It's the duality, right? It's finding your strength, but it's also taming the beast. So if you're learning to temper addiction, managing, overcoming fear, anxiety, learning to speak your truth, saying no when it's super uncomfortable, having to deal with conflict when you don't like conflict, these are all the things that you're walking into. Plus, you're also making space for your passions to come and take over. So if you're moving all this toxic crap out of your space, you make the space. And I'm telling you, whoever I'm reading for, like the energy's off the table, I can barely keep up with it, is that the energy that I'm feeling is that the divine is like waiting, like as you take the garbage out the back door, the blessings are coming in the front. So this is somebody who's giving you courage, power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, determination, compassion, downloads, intuition, dream work, healing capability, as well as receiving. This is like huge. The moon, it's the illusion of the fear. It's all it is a release of fear. The things you can't see, the delusion that it's almost like the vibe I just got is you have almost 2 camps. I just said this earlier to a friend, but it's almost like 2 camps. And there's the inner struggle of the moon is I've always listened to the one camp, but now I have a second voice, right? A second voice of truth, of clarity, of discernment. It's really quiet. If I'm really quiet, I can hear it, but it matches the manifestation you're putting forward, and you're listening to that and not listening to the clanging loud person who's screaming, saying, we'd be best together. You're my soulmate. You're my destiny. I can bring you abundance, because that's an illusion. And I think that's what you're doing is you're standing up to the voices that are loud clanging cymbals trying to keep your attention over here and keep you, I feel stuck, makes you feel stuck in something and not take a risk to grow whatever you're trying to grow. It could be a platform, it could be a business, it could be you moving, it could be accepting a new position. I hear VP, CEO. Like, this is somebody who would rather you stay at home and be quiet and just status quo. Male, female, take it as it resonates. It doesn't matter the gender. This new opportunity is coming in quickly. 8 of Wands to the 5 of Cups. This person I feel is a very heavy Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Cancer. Could be a Cancer. I'll be honest with you, it's heavy on the Pisces, Libra. Those are the players. Taurus, Aquarius. You're in your hermit. You're just sitting quietly, evaluating, manifesting, soul searching, discerning what you want, and it's very much checking out all the, like, if you lined all your ducks up in a row and say, okay, what do I know about each of these ducks? Could be job opportunities, could be resources, it could be the benefits of the partners that you're looking at. But this is you contemplating and moving into the King of Cups, somebody who's emotionally balanced, secure in themselves, who they are. And it is a supportive person, but I think in the past, I think they took supportive to being equated to mule and codependent. And I need to carry your Sherpa. I need to be your Sherpa. Even though nobody's being mine, I'm expected to be there for you emotionally, financially, time of the day, pick you up at 2 a.m. from the airport BS. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it feels very much like heavy on the guilt, heavy on the obligation, but it's one-sided. Ace, a Tower to the Ace of Wands to the 7 of Cups. I just said all this. You're having a brand new opportunity, multiple opportunities. You evaluate for which one's best that you want to have a passionate new beginning for. And in the middle of this hermit, you're going to have a Tower, or somebody's having it about you. It's an epiphany, sudden change. You might find out, thank you for that, somebody stepped out of this relationship. They lied. It kind of feels like a lie. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody might have stolen some money, possibly this past inheritance that you didn't know about, or this financial breach. I feel like somebody got onto your computer. If it was an email, either responded. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's self-development, and you're struggling with perfect. If not you, your person. Just take it as it resonates. Perfectionism, misguided energy. It's the sprinkling. I sprinkled all my cups into everybody. I tried to make everybody happy, and then nobody was happy. But yeah, there's like uninspired, no passion, no motivation. So you're evaluating, what do I want? If not you, your person. And if you're with somebody, they're in the 9 of Swords. High-level anxiety. Can't sleep, can't eat, watching you. It feels very much secretive. So you might actually be, I don't feel like you are, but it might be, if you are in communication with this person, they're not being straight with you about how they really feel about you. They're lightly talking to you, and they're trying to keep the door open, their foot in the door, that sort of vibe. That might be one person out there that'll resonate with that, but it feels very much missing you, full of anxiety. I need to reach out to my boo, my ex-bae, whatever. Insomnia. And my throat is shutting. So nobody wants this message out, huh? They're having dreams. They're helpless. Yeah, they're getting downloads from their divine about being victorious with you and looking at all other options. They're very responsible, overly stretched in multiple directions, multiple priorities. Time management, adaptability, balancing decisions. I feel, Cancer, you might be in a space of just focusing on yourself. And to keep it real, I feel like you are in this build your profit, build your wealth, keeping your eyes on the prize. And look at you. I'm going to go back to my original statement. I feel like you know how damn cute you are, and you're waiting. Love is never going to pass you by. Love will always find you. You're a Cancer. It is in the cards, literally, for you. Love will never pass you by. So it's very much like, well, if I don't do this, then they won't love me. They're going to leave me. And I feel like somebody may have used, Conditional love. They might have used conditional statements with you. If you don't do this, then I'm leaving you. Or I left you because you didn't do this. So it's very narcissistic, gaslighting BS about, well, you know, I couldn't work with you. It might be somebody you work with. That's kind of the vibe I get. You might have been dealing with the Queen of Wands. You are the Queen of Wands. Somebody is coming forward. It could be this Queen of Wands, or they are coming forward to you if you're in this Queen of Wands energy, wanting to partner with you, wanting to work with you. And here comes that conversation I was just talking about, that they've been sitting up in their head, having dreams about. I'm not sure what you want to do. Hangman. This is a transformation. You're going through deep insight. You are having a spiritual awakening. You are viewing things in a completely different light. You're identifying what is for you, who is for you, what isn't for you, and you're cutting things out. Magician, you've manifested this. You are the great manifester. I am talking to an equal here, that whatever they put their mind to, fingers on, think about, it comes to fruition because they figured it out. They know exactly how to manifest their dreams. They're putting action and nothing is stopping them. There's no lack here. There used to be a money issue with I'm not worthy, or, you know, I come from this hood, that kind of vibe, from the poverty side of the streets. Hello, I understand that. So this is like money can't touch. Somebody's manifesting a whole new, like if I wanted to be a billionaire, what does a billionaire do? Think, act like, dress. That's what you're embracing. You're stepping into the version you want to be. You're living the life one bite at a time. You're learning skills, you're making decisions, you're sitting in meditation and prayer, and you're examining those things. Wounded warrior, you've been through it, but you're not quite done. You're almost there. You're so close. Hang in there. But you're pushing forward. You're walking into the King of Pentacles. Healing a heartbreak. I hear that. But you do have new love coming in. Boom. And it is self-love. I think this is very much self-love. With the Knight of Cups, you have new creativity coming in. And it's listening to your heart, listening to your intuition, versus what your head says and your fears say. I always tell, and I laugh when I say this to people, I said sometimes my thoughts, I swear there's, you know, the itty bitty crappy committee want to kill me, you know, the itty bitty shitty committee. They just want to sit there and they have nothing but trouble up here, and they tell me it's all the wrong information, because it's usually based on survival and not intuition. Big difference. Right? You're jumping into something new, this new idea, this new thought process, and you're dropping all the burdens. That's what June through July looks like. Dropping anything that doesn't serve you, isn't for the betterment of you, doesn't feed you, doesn't show up for you. You're done. Love it. It's very much a new rebirth, reset. I just keep seeing the picture of reset, because it's innocent. It's a childlike faith. It's a childlike faith that you have, that the universe is going to catch you. And nothing for you will pass you by. And you're manifesting these new beginnings into your new world. New jobs, new love, new relationships, a whole new rebirth. You're finding balance. You're having to face some inner demons. All the things that we did in the past are coming to light, and you're facing them. You're being honest with yourself. You're looking at why people went into relationships with you, and how you became the mule in them, or how you became the overgiver, or how you became the quiet one with high expectations of other people, but nobody ever matched that energy that you brought. You're evaluating this. This is a huge thing for you, Cancer. It's a rebirth, and you're making room for the new. I love this. It's a completed cycle. Well done. You've accomplished this. You're attaining, and you might be traveling. I know I am. You're traveling, and it's a celebration of life. You might also be talking about having a wedding or a birth coming around the corner with somebody. You're very excited about it. You're stepping in your King of Wands, strategizing your next steps. It's a beautiful energy. I'm very excited for you. I'm going to end it here, but if you want to continue to watch this and be a part of this tribe, feel free to subscribe and follow for more. If you want a personal reading or want to learn tarot, links are in the description box below. And until next time, Cancer, love and light to you. Congratulations.